Look around you. Every skyscraper that kisses the clouds, every bridge that defies rivers, every fortune built from dust, all of it was once an invisible thought, flickering inside a mind no different than yours. This world you see is not built from stone or steel first. It is built from belief, conviction, and the quiet, relentless hammering of thought after thought after thought. Do you see now? You are not your circumstances. You are not your failures. You are not what you've been handed. You are what you accept, what you believe, what you repeat inside that kingdom behind your eyes. Napoleon Hill wrote it nearly a century ago. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. He did not write that for decoration. He wrote it as a torch to hand you in the darkness, because he knew, and you must know, that the seed of your future is not buried in the soil outside, but planted deep in the thoughts you entertain every waking moment. Most people think their mind is a garden, but treat it like a junkyard. They let weeds of doubt grow tall, let envy fester, let fear whisper poison in the corners. And then they wonder why their harvest is barren, why their life tastes of bitterness. You must guard your thoughts as a king guards the gates to his castle. Thoughts become beliefs, beliefs become actions, actions become habits, habits forge character, and character shapes destiny. If you plant poverty in your mind, do not expect to reap wealth in your hands. If you cultivate weakness in your thinking, do not expect strength in your battles. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." The man who built an empire of steel and wheels knew this secret. Your life bends to the tone of your thoughts. Your mind is both the lock and the key. So ask yourself, right now, what have you been telling yourself? In the silence, what phrases echo loudest? When you close your eyes at night, do you replay the reasons you can't, or do you rehearse the reasons you must? You want wealth. Think wealth. Not in fantasies, but in the sturdy vision of effort, creativity, and service. You want respect? Think respect. Not in arrogance, but in unwavering self-worth and the discipline to live by your principles when no one is watching. It is not magic. It is not wishful thinking. It is the simplest law in the universe. You too must dare to believe. Drown the old whispers that say, not you, not now, not possible. Replace them ruthlessly. Starve them of oxygen. Feed only the thoughts that lift you toward the life you hunger for. This is not easy, and it is not quick, but it is inevitable when you are stubborn enough to keep thinking higher thoughts day after day, until they harden into reality. Now listen, thought alone is the spark, not the fire. The fire is action, disciplined, unyielding. You cannot think your way to a mountain's peak. You must climb it, blistered and breathless. But your thoughts decide whether you even dare to take the first step. See it clearly in your mind. Hold that vision in your bloodstream. Then move. Do not wait for perfect plans. They do not exist. Move with what you have, where you are, and the road will reveal itself one stone at a time. Most people pray for signs but ignore the first sign, the burning desire that lives in their chest. That is your sign. Trust it. fan it. Obey it. When your mind aligns with your actions, your fate bows to you, not the other way around. Think daily of where you are going. Let that thought shape your mornings. Let it command your nights. Let it silence distractions and drown excuses. And when doubt comes, and it will, answer it with action. Prove your thoughts true. Every champion you admire was once just a dreamer who refused to think small. They bled for it. They stayed awake for it. They got laughed at, betrayed, ridiculed, and yet they thought it anyway, until the world had no choice but to see what they saw. You become what you repeatedly think, so think powerfully, think abundantly, think bravely, and then live like your thoughts are sacred instructions, not idle fantasies. So don't stand guard at the gates of your thoughts like your life depends on it, because it does. You were born with the same raw clay as every hero etched in history books. The difference is not luck. It is not connections. It is not even talent. It is simply the ferocity with which you command your mind to obey your dreams instead of your fears. Now rise. You've wasted enough years doubting. You've wasted enough breath explaining yourself to people who do not see what you see. From this moment, decide. You will think thoughts that build empires inside you. You will act in alignment with those thoughts, no matter who laughs, no matter who leaves. Because you become what you repeatedly think. And you, my friend, were never meant to think small. You were born to shape mountains, to command storms, to build legacies that outlive your bones. So think boldly. Think relentlessly. Think as if your dreams are inevitable, and then work until the world agrees with you. Your thoughts are not whispers in the dark. They are seeds of reality. Plant them well, water them daily, protect them fiercely, and watch with unwavering certainty as the harvest arrives, just as Hill promised, just as every giant before you proved, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Do not mistake this for poetic comfort. This is law, invisible but iron. A mind neglected becomes a prison. A mind disciplined becomes a throne. There is no middle ground. If you do not seize the wheel, the storms of life will steer you into the rocks every time. But when you grip your thoughts with resolve, even the fiercest winds bend to your course. History bows to those who understand this. Lincoln, born in a log cabin so poor that winter winds cut through its walls, yet inside him burned a thought stronger than poverty. This nation can be made whole. Edison, told by teachers he was too stupid to learn anything, yet within him an idea refused to die. I will light up the darkness. Wherever you stand now, in whatever chaos or comfort, your mind is the forge. Will you shape it or let it rust? Every day you must choose. Because while your dreams sleep, doubt works overtime. Fear never takes a day off. If you do not flood your mind with your vision, the world will flood it with distraction, dread, and smallness. Do not expect support from the crowd. Most people serve their fears more loyally than their ambitions. They trade possibility for familiarity. They scoff at dreamers, because dreamers remind them of their own surrender. But you are here to remember, not to forget, to stand up while others lie down, to dare when others shrink. So cultivate this mindset. I am the master of my thoughts. I guard them like gold. I feed them like fire. I trust them to carve a path where none exists. When you catch yourself slipping into old patterns, complaining, comparing, worrying about opinions, stop, interrupt it, replace it. Every single time, thoughts are habits, and habits bend reality. You see, discipline is not chains, it is wings. The mind left to roam wild becomes a slave to impulses, distractions, mood swings. The mind trained with purpose becomes a warrior that obeys your highest commands. Every morning, before the noise of the world leaks in, sit with your thoughts. Ask them, who am I becoming today? What thoughts deserve my loyalty? What doubts must I silence? This simple ritual, repeated day after day, rewires your being. You begin to think in lines of power, not pity, in possibilities, not prisons. The masses chase motivation like addicts, but you must pursue mastery. Motivation flares and fades. Mastery persists. Master your thoughts. Master your words. Master your actions. And the universe will move to match you. Let gratitude be your grounding wire. When storms rage, gratitude steadies you. When envy knocks, gratitude bolts the door. Think daily of what you have, the breath in your lungs, the spark in your adaptability is your armor. The world shifts, plans crumble. So be water. Flow around obstacles, carve new channels. A rigid mind shatters, a flexible one rises again and again. Think thoughts of solutions, not problems. See setbacks as secret training for a greater climb. Every time life tests you, repeat, I am not this problem. I am the thinker of powerful solutions. And then act. Always act. Thoughts are seeds. Action is sunlight and water. Without action, the seeds rot in the dark. Do not wait for certainty. Move when you feel even a flicker of clarity. Build momentum. Napoleon Hill knew this truth. Procrastination is the graveyard where millions bury their dreams alive. Read biographies of the greats. Carnegie, who saw steel empires before he owned a single beam. Ford, who dreamed of an affordable car when horse carts clogged dusty roads. Oprah, who imagined broadcasting hope to millions when her life was a storm of poverty and abuse. What did they share? Not privilege, but an unshakable mind that repeated greatness long before greatness appeared. You become what you repeatedly think, so think like the person you wish to be, not the one you used to be. Hold that image steady, richer, wiser, stronger, freer. And live each day as if you are rehearsing that reality because you are. You are the blacksmith of your future. Each thought a hammer strike on the anvil of your destiny. If the strikes are lazy, the blade is weak. If they are focused, the blade cuts mountains in half. And when doubt rattles its chains in your mind at midnight, whisper back, I am what I choose to think. I am not finished yet. Then sleep with visions of your next triumph. Rise before the sun when you can. Own the quiet hours. Feed your mind with truth before the world feeds it lies. If you win the first hour, you win the day. If you win enough days, you win your life. The ones who reshape the world, they think differently first, then they live differently, and then the world must adjust to their thoughts. Be one of them. Be unreasonable in your beliefs about what is possible for you. Be relentless in feeding your mind words and images that match your greatest self. The universe does not reward timid thoughts. It bends for those who command it with conviction. So, walk boldly in your days. Let your eyes reflect your vision. Let your words echo your dreams. Let your actions thunder louder than any fear inside you. This is not just philosophy. It is blueprint, battle plan, and promise in one. You become what you repeatedly think. So think as if your children's children will thank you for your courage. Think as if generations will study your story and say, that was the one who refused to bow to fear. That was the one who chose greatness. Keep going. Keep building. Keep thinking higher, Because as surely as dawn follows night, your life must bend to match the relentless power of your thoughts, again and again, until even your wildest vision bows its head and says, "It is done."